Have you ever felt like you're speaking a different language than the people you care about? In this episode of The Mind's Blueprint, we dive into a story about a brilliant architect who discovers that her greatest challenge isn't building structures, but building bridges with people. Sarah was an architect who saw the world in lines and angles. She could look at a cluttered city block and immediately see the hidden blueprint, the perfect structure waiting to be built. Her mind was a fortress of logic, a place where emotions were a messy, unpredictable variable to be minimized, not understood. She had spent years mastering the art of construction, but she was a complete amateur when it came to human connection. Her latest project was a complete disaster, not because of the design, which was flawless, but because of the client. Mr. Henderson was a whirlwind of frustration. He would start a meeting by praising her team's progress, only to suddenly pivot, criticizing the color scheme or the layout of the lobby with a tone that felt like a personal attack. Sarah would leave every meeting feeling blindsided and confused. She couldn't understand the shifting foundation beneath his words. One evening, she was venting to her grandmother, who listened patiently before offering a solution. "You should talk to my friend, Doctor Aris. She was a therapist, now retired, but she always said the mind is like an old house. You can't just fix the plumbing, you have to understand the entire structure." Hesitantly, Sarah agreed. Dr. Aris lived in a small, quiet home filled with wind chimes and lush plants. She welcomed Sarah with a warm smile and a cup of tea. Sarah, accustomed to direct, logical questions, was surprised when Dr. Aris asked, "Tell me about the weather." Sarah was confused. "The weather?" "It was cloudy today." "No," Dr. Aris chuckled softly. "The weather of your mind." "What's the forecast in there right now? Are there storm clouds, a gentle breeze, or a hot, still afternoon?" Sarah was taken aback. I guess there are a lot of storm clouds. With Mr. Henderson, it's like a sudden tornado every time we meet." Dr. Aris nodded. "And what about his weather? You can read a blueprint, but can you read the forecast on another person's emotional landscape?" She explained that emotions were not random events. They were patterns, reactions, and signals. Sarah was an expert at reading blueprints, but she had never learned to read people's emotional blueprints. If you find yourself nodding along with Sarah's struggle, you might want to subscribe to get more stories like this. For the next few weeks, Dr. Aris taught Sarah a simple 3-step method for building empathy. Observe the patterns. Pay attention to a person's nonverbal cues and emotional shifts, just like you'd watch the sky for clouds. Acknowledge the forecast. Don't try to fix their feelings, just acknowledge them. Say things like, "It sounds like you're feeling a lot of pressure right now." Adjust your plan. Once you understand their emotional state, you can adjust your approach to meet their needs. The next time they met, instead of focusing on her frustration, Sarah started with a simple observation. "Mr. Henderson, I noticed you were concerned about the timeline of the lobby redesign. I want to assure you that we have a plan to meet your deadline, and we're building in a buffer to make sure there are no surprises." Mr. Henderson stopped mid-sentence. His shoulders relaxed. For the first time, he saw that Sarah was listening not just to his words, but to the emotions behind them. The meeting shifted from a conflict to a collaboration. By showing him that she understood his stress, she created a space of trust. Sarah realized that the most important blueprint she would ever learn to read wasn't for a building, but for the complex, beautiful, and sometimes chaotic landscapes of human emotion. The empathy engine she had built was the most powerful tool in her arsenal, and with it, she could build bridges far stronger than any material structure. If you're ready to unlock your mind's full potential, subscribe now and join our community. Please like and share this video to help us spread this vital message.